Hi, and welcome back to Introduction to Linguistics. In this video, we are going to talk about vowels. As you know from our last video, consonants can be described by obstruction of the airflow. And based on the place of this obstruction and art of this obstruction, we can actually divide consonants into different types. This is not the case with vowels because there is no obstruction of the airflow happening when vowels are produced. Rather, the airflow is modulated in order to create vowels. If we want to describe how a vowel sounds like, we use three different criteria. The first one is quality. Quality can be described on the one hand by looking at the height of the tongue, whether the tongue is rather low or high, and on the other hand by looking at what part of the tongue is active in the modulation of the airflow, which would be either front or back. The second criterion is the roundedness of the lips. So are the lips rounded or not rounded when the vowel is produced? If you look at, for example, the vowel A, we'll see that that the lips are not rounded. Whereas if we look at the vowel U, for example, our lips are rounded when we produce this vowel. The third criterion is then the quantity of a vowel. Is the vowel long or short? Is it an U or an U? The quantity is then marked in the IPA transcription by two dots behind the vowel symbol. Now, as we did with consonants, let's have a look at what actually happens in the mouth when we produce vowels. In this case, we have here a front high unrounded vowel, the sound E. Right? If you look at the image, we'll see that the tongue is almost touching the roof of the mouth, and it is also towards the front of the mouth. Now let's have a look at a central mid vowel. Right? You see that the tongue is positioned in the middle of the mouth, not as high as in the previous vowel and also not really down, and it's the middle of the tongue that is active. Now here a back high rounded vowel. U. And if you look at the position of the tongue, it is clearly positioned towards the back of the mouth, and it is also high up, right? So it's a back, high, rounded vowel. Okay, so knowing all of this, we can then we know that we can describe any vowel in the English language by using these three criteria. First, the quantity, is it a long or a short vowel? Then quality, where is the tongue and how high up the tongue is? And the third criterion then, roundedness. Is it a rounded or an unrounded vowel? However, English vowels can also be described either as monophthongs or diphthongs. And what does this mean is going to be apparent right now. So monophthongs, the simple vowels, are those vowels where the vowel quality, so that means the position and the height of the tongue, remains constant during the production of the vowel. Right? For example, if you produce the sound R, the tongue remains in its position throughout the whole time. On the other hand, if we produce diphthongs, vowel quality of these vowels changes during the production of the vowel. Right, and this might either be as in day, by, or boy, where the diphthong ends in an E sound, or as in boat and how, where the diphthong ends in an U sound. These are so-called closing diphthongs. The third possibility is a diphthong that ends in an sound, as in here, there, tour. This would be a centering diphthong. Right, so here we have it all in a vowel chart. We see that based on the height of the tongue and what part of the tongue is used, we see the distinction between all the different monophthongs and diphthongs in the English language. Okay, so a short summary. In the last video we saw that consonantal features include place of articulation, manner of articulation, and voicing. If we have a look at where the place of articulation, we get labial, alveolar, post-alveolar, palatal, velar, and glottal consonants. If we have a look at how, we get plosives, fricatives, nasals, affricates, and approximants. And if we look at what do the vocal cords do, we get either voiced or voiceless consonants. Whereas in the production of consonants, the airstream is obstructed, this is not the case in vowels. That means that we describe vowels in other terms. That is quantity, long or short, and the quality, high, low, front, back, and also rounded and unrounded. How do we categorize diphthongs? If the quality changes during the production of the vowel, we either have closing or centering diphthongs. If you want to know anything about vowels, you can feel free to use these useful links. And thank you all for watching. Bye.